You're gonna stand in front of the X. Jefferson County Code Law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session on cause number M327317. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Stephanie Marie Arter. Ms. Arter, is that your full name?
Yes.
Ms. Arter, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Arter, do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Ms. Arter, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Arter?
Doing well.
That's good. Ms. Arter, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Wright Kimbler. Attorney Kimbler, how are you doing?
Well, Your Honor.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Colby Hoffpower. Attorney Hoffpower, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Arter, I have before me, well, first of all, Ms. Arter, your case was set for a jury trial this afternoon, is that correct?
Yes.
And are you waiving your right to have a jury trial?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Arter, I have before me a document that is titled Information.
Your Honor, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're going to abandon the enhanced paragraph, which the blood alcohol content, so we're proceeding as a lesser included of just a DWI version.
Okay. Now, Ms. Arter, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. Now, in this information, it alleges that on or about June 4th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration of 0.15 or more. The state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. They are changing it from being a driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more, which is a Class A misdemeanor. Now it is being reduced to a Class B misdemeanor. So now you're being charged with driving while intoxicated. Now, to the charge of driving while intoxicated, which occurred on or about June 4th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
Yes.
Okay, now, Ms. Arter, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Information or Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Now, there's some writing on this document. The writing on this document shows that it is a driving while intoxicated case, and the state abandoned the enhancement paragraph. It also shows the date, today's date of June 13th of 2023. Now, on page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
The next document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this same document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document before me that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Arter, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Kane, go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Arter, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Kimball, you advised and counseled Ms. Arthur. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Arthur, your attorney, Mr. Kimball has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Arthur, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for plea of guilty, no contest, state's agreed to recommend 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail and court costs. And I believe that the defendant is going to report tomorrow, which will be the 14th, June 14th, before 6 p.m.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Is that magistrate wanted in there?
Oh, to get checked in.
Let's see. Ms. Arthur, the state is offering that you serve 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You also, well, you'll be given credit for any time that you've already served in jail on this case. Now, and that's the time that you're entitled to get by law. And the court cost in this case is $407. Will you be able to pay the $407 court cost?
Yes.
You will? Okay. Now, Ms. Arthur, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Arthur, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Arthur, you'll be turning yourself into the Jefferson County Jail tomorrow on or at or before 6 p.m. Okay. And that's June 14th, 2023. Yes. And now, as I mentioned, Mr. Arthur, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Think the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Arthur, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Arthur, you're going to stand on the X in front of the court clerk and follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. Okay? Here you go. Ms. Arthur,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yes, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, come on.